Good morning, Jake, the millennial. This is Adam Botana from Bwbch Exclusive Boat Club, and this is the Baywater Boat Club Hour. Uh,
Just keep rolling. Just keep rolling. Is it
we're going to keep going with it. It's fine.
We're just gonna keep going.
We're going to make it work. I'm just going to do it. It's fine. It's all good.
As long as you can hear me, we're good.
I can hear you loud and clear, buddy. So,
that's good.
Well, good morning. Welcome to the Baywater Boat Club Hour on Saturday morning here. We're keeping an eye on the tropics with that little disturbance down there. Jake is out of town. Jet set lover. Always good.
Barely made it out here.
Barely made it out there. He was on the lovely Breeze Airlines, so we'll talk about them. I think I seen something online. A couple people were talking about that was delayed. Said for wind shear or something, but Delta said everything else was flying. So
was Southwest.
Yeah, everything else was flying. So unfortunate for Jake. He spent a long time at the airport. But it's been fun. We're getting ready for our open house next weekend, 8th, 9th, and 10th. So we're excited about that. Big sales. Come on over. Take a look at our membership. 6 months free dues. $1,000 to get off into the club right now. So normal membership is $79.99. This weekend it'll be $69.99. And no dues for 6 months. We got 2 brand new boats coming in, a couple Pathfinders, fishing skiffs. So we're really excited about that. We'll get one here in the next couple of weeks, and we'll get one right before the end of the year. So Santa Claus is coming early to Baywater, so we're growing a little bit. And a couple more boats in the fleet. Definitely nice for our members. We added a bunch of deck boats and pontoons last year. Now we're focused on a couple fishing boats. It'll be great for the club. The week after that, we've got the boat show, Jake. So put it on your calendar up there in Fort Myers. We'll put you to work, hang out, see if you can get that on the schedule.
Already planned on it.
All right, that's good to go. I'd like to hear it. But we got a lot of fun things going on. And Tuesday, hopefully it's over quick. Hopefully Trump wins by so much that we don't even have to worry about it. He just gets a popular vote too. So it's looking good there too. I mean, it's been a long time coming, but I'm looking forward for this election to get here. If you haven't voted, I think you can still vote Saturday before the election. I'm not sure for early voting. Pretty sure it's open, but otherwise it's Tuesday. Big day on Tuesday. So we'll all be watching. I know the business is a little slow right now. A few businesses are a little slow right now because this election. But, once that gets in here, we'll be doing much better and back into the normal routine. So how was your flight this week there, Jake? What happened over there?
I don't know, dude. I don't know. I wish I knew. Like you said, there was something about wind shear, but I don't get it as to why Southwest was flying, Delta was flying, everybody else was flying. When I got on the plane, not doctor, he was a pilot. When the pilot mentioned something about how the plane was supposed to make it in that morning from Orlando, but it didn't. But it didn't make sense to me as to why there was a plane sitting on the tarmac in our terminal. Okay, so if the plane never made it, what is this plane doing here? Okay, and then 2 p.m. comes around, and then that plane takes off to Pittsburgh. And then another Breeze plane flies in, lands in, deplanes, and then more people get on the plane and go somewhere else. And I'm just flabbergasted at this point. 4:30 or 4:10, 4:15 comes around. They're like, hey, your plane's here, hooray. There's like 5 of us left. Everyone else has left, canceled their flights. Because as you know, there's some kind of new thing in, and they have to refund you. And so I tested the theory, just went to the app, and the app was like, yep, we'll give you a refund. Normally you have to pay like 20 or however much money to secure a refund beforehand. But I was not going to not get on this plane, so I waited. Stayed in the airport for about 10 hours. I know Terminal D, or whatever it is, pretty well. I watched the shift change, like different people come and go. And it was not fun. But I got on the plane. I made it safe. It is what it is. I'm glad to be here. Thank you.
That's good. I mean, was it a nice plane at least?
No, it was pretty bland and boring. It was empty. I paid for my seat, which was nice. But you had other people on the plane that were just sitting in the first class, I say, but the very front, the extra leg room, as they call it.
Yeah.
And I don't think they paid for those seats, but they weren't going to argue, and there was a very small amount of people on the plane. Anyway, I was probably about a little over a dozen, like 15, definitely less than 20.
Any problems, or would it
No.
fly smooth? Get up there, no
Yeah, I
issues.
have a routine, man. I have a toboggan. I put it on my head and I cover my eyes, so it helps with the ears, one,
Mhm.
and then to make it
Yeah,
dark. And I just sleep. I sleep the whole time. I wake up right as we're landing, every time. And
nice, nice.
so I experienced the worst parts of the flight, taking off and landing. The in between, please don't bother me. So
10 hours at the airport. That's a little rough though.
yeah, I spent more
That's
money on food at the airport than I did the plane ticket.
yeah. The ticket's what, $90 or
Yeah,
something.
and I sat down and ate
So
twice because I ate breakfast and I ate lunch because I'm a big boy. I like to eat. So I spent 20 some dollars on a salad, but whatever.
nice.
Yeah, it was a
Well,
good salad though,
yeah.
and it could
It's
have
not
been
a bad
worse.
airport. I mean, it's a pretty nice airport comparatively to other ones, you know. But that's a long day just sitting there.
Yeah. Apparently, they're
Yeah.
adding a bunch of stuff to Punta Gorda Airport, which just baffles me. I'm like, can we just leave it? It's fine. It operates perfectly. I've never had issues with it. It's very bland and boring, yes, but it's to the point, straightforward.
Yeah. No, and I think they're doing a bunch of stuff at Fort Myers too.
Wouldn't surprise
Adding
me.
a whole other thing there. So Breeze Airlines. I've heard a few people complain, and I've heard other people say, "Hey, it's been great. You know, it's
I've
not bad."
had
Really?
great experiences with them in the past, and the thing that I've
Oh,
noticed,
you've flown them before. This is not your first time.
yeah, I've racked up some rewards points. Like I've flown with them quite a few times, but like they just resumed flights back directly to Columbus in October. So that was the whole idea. I had been driving up to Sarasota and whatever, but which is fine.
Hmm.
Honestly, I might stick to doing that just because it's Allegiant and it's I don't know. It might be cheap, but they're very reliable. I tried to fly Frontier one time. Flight got canceled. Wound up driving 36 hours there and back.
Yeah.
So
No.
won't do that again.
No.
And Spirit, there was most definitely fecal matter underneath my feet or something sticky, and I'll never do that again. So
It's like flying on bleachers there.
that
That's
was
tough.
that was different, man.
That's tough. That's tough.
Shout out Spirit Airlines.
That's a tough one there, brother. I was on American. I went over to Miami to fly up to Jacksonville this past week. I went to Sea Island, that was fun. Nice area. Playing around the golf and really nice area there.
You're
Kind
a
of
golfer now?
north of. No,
No, not yet.
so I played. That's them good. But no, we had a couple good strokes. It wasn't too bad. But it's different. But yeah, flying into Miami, because usually you fly to Fort Lauderdale and you just go up there because I just don't feel like driving 6 hours, 7 hours from Bonita Springs to Jacksonville or an hour north of there because we're so far down here. So it's sometimes easier to go to Fort Lauderdale or Miami. And that might be better for you. You should check out Fort Lauderdale, Jake, because it's pretty easy. You just hop on 75 and it's right at the end of you stay on the freeway all the way to the airport. And Fort Lauderdale's probably a pretty good airport for you. You could probably get
Yeah,
direct
and the
flights to
problem is
Columbus.
with the one in Bradenton or whatever, it's still under construction bad. So like getting in and
Hmm.
out is kind of a pain. I don't know what they're
That's
doing.
probably it's probably closer to Fort Myers. You're probably closer to Fort Lauderdale than you are Bradenton. Yeah, because that's a good
I haven't
hour.
even looked, so I'd have to look, but I'm sure they do.
Check it out. Check it out. Google flights, man. But yeah, stick with Delta, or whatever. But I know it's expensive, but
I'm good.
sometimes it's
Nope.
just like, oof. Allegiant's good though. Allegiant's are doing a good job there. So
I'll take this cheap
see,
sky bus, preferably.
there you go. There you go. But no, we're excited. We ordered a couple boats coming in, so a couple new Pathfinders. So that's really nice. 22 foots with 150s. Yamahas on them. That'll be a great fishing boat, T-top, power pole, trolling motor. Uh, Great boat. We're excited for that and come into the fleet here. We're working with that. So we'll go pick them up here next few weeks. So those will be a couple more fishing boats that we're adding to the fleet. Um, it's just a nice little change of pace. I mean, most of our members are day boaters, right? They go out cruising around, go to lunch, hang out on a pontoon or a deck boat, center console, something a little bit bigger. But no, these fishing skiffs are going to be a great addition for our members. So they're excited about that. We announced that a couple of days ago. Like I said, we got our open house coming up here. So pretty good there. We're excited about that too. So just a lot of stuff going on. I've been running around crazy lately. Like we talked last time on the phone here, was a little tired, but we're getting there. Get through this week here. But yeah, so make sure you go out and vote. Got election on Tuesday, so that's a pretty big deal. So make sure you get out there and support all your candidates and get familiar, stand in line, and wave the flag. So get your little pin. Did you vote yet, Jake, or are you waiting until election day?
Waiting until election day. Sorry.
Yeah, well, that's fine.
But
That's
I
good.
just want to see, because Jeff made a very valid point about the early voting statistics and the fact that Republicans turned out a little bit more, at least here. But it's
Yeah.
difficult to even look at those statistics based on the fact that Florida's predominantly red. But I just wanted to see for myself. I want to see how it operates, because I've seen a bunch of weird videos about how polls had got like the early voting. The polls had gotten closed a couple hours early in some places. I'm not preaching election fraud or anything, but it's just unfortunate, and I hate to see it. And I am concerned as for the future of casting your vote in general. Like you have to be ID'd for just about everything you get, and I just don't understand why it's like, even in California, you have Gavin Newsom, who passed the law that you can't even ask or something along those lines. Very dystopian feeling to me, but I don't know.
They asked for your ID here and your signature too. So I mean, it's you gotta give a driver's license or your ID, and they did a good job when I went in there last Saturday. A great crew of people. They're working, very efficient. Go through the process, sign it like you have it on your driver's license, so it matches pretty good. And went through the prompts because it's electronic because it's early voting. But what's funny about our area here, when the first time I was elected back in 2000, there was a lot. We were out there the last day working, knocking on doors and like that. But they vote early here in Southwest Florida. Lee County, they vote really early. A lot of people do mail-in, a lot do absentee, a lot of people do early voting. Like election day, I went down to the poll, and one of the biggest ones is Bonita is over there at the YMCA on East area there. And I was there for probably 2 hours and seen like 6 people. And they were just driving into the Y, like, hey, I already voted for you. It's like, oh, thanks. Good job. Appreciate it. So then I went back and started making phone calls. But early voting's prominent down here. People really they'd rather get it done early, and that's what they do. So, but we'll see come election day here. I'm predicting Trump to win. I'm not confident it's going to be a huge number, but I'm pretty sure he's going to win. And we'll go from there. He's got to be big enough lead there going in, and I'm praying that we find out election night what happens. Instead of dragging it out for 2 weeks and 3 weeks, because then that just creates issues. Florida will be, done, boom, quick finish. These other ones, take forever, and I'm not going to say that they were stolen, but it was definitely
I don't
not done.
I don't think I'm going to be able to sleep, so that's going to be a really long night.
Yeah. Yeah, you and I will both be up. We'll be on the phone here talking quite a bit. We should probably just do a show.
Honestly, we could just do it live on our Facebook or on our. We got a YouTube channel. We could just do it on there. I think we could do lives now. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
But we could just react to it together. I'm fine with that.
Sit there and be like, huh. Be Nugget and I just hanging out like, huh.
No, we would have things to talk about. We could definitely pull up some stats and stuff, and maybe pull up a couple of different sources of things.
So we got the Bayswater Boat Club Hour YouTube channel, or what's it called now?
It's just Bayswater Boat Club. I haven't. Okay. Because I seen that you guys had one, but it looked to be a little old. So I just made a new one. I put a picture of your face on there. I'm trying to get it attached to the podcast so that whenever you're on the podcast, you'll get you can go and see and find a link to it and stuff like that.
So we got some shorts here.
We have tons of shorts.
I'm going to make an admin on the Facebook. I'm going to make an admin on the Facebook here.
Yeah, you're going to have to do that because you're not going to be able to keep up. It's a lot.
That's good.
It's a lot.
They were good too. I looked at them. It was funny. I got a truckload of sheep right now heading into the fair for me to get in, and Got some on there with Billy too, so
Yeah, the Billy
that's
ones took
pretty.
off. Actually, the Billy one he did about Elon Musk, like it was doing pretty well. It was the first video to ever do like 1,000, and
Yeah,
it was like overnight, which isn't a lot on YouTube, but like I had just it was the first time I had ever uploaded. I was pleasantly surprised to even see that the algorithm was in our favor in the
yeah,
beginning stages. But yeah, I think I have about 60 shorts as of right now.
very good.
But I'm working on getting them condensed a little bit more.
Hmm.
And I'm still kind of learning video editing, so it's going to be it's a good practice for me. But they're coming out good, and the quality of them is surprisingly very well. I didn't think it would be that good.
Yeah,
And I should have the full last 4 shows, video and all, uploaded on YouTube here soon. I'm just kind of fighting with them about video length. They won't allow me to
hmm,
upload videos longer than 30 minutes yet because apparently the channel's new, but it was made in 2019. So, like, I made
hmm.
it when we first started the podcast. So it kind of has the date of when we started. It was,
Nice.
probably a couple weeks off, but it's pretty close.
Yeah. So yeah, no. So folks can watch us and actually see us talk to each other. And Jake's got his Beats in. Looks like he got some Beats headphones
Now,
there.
these are definitely Five Below cheap pink headphones that she had in her closet for me. But
Hey,
they
it
work.
works though.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bluetooth. I thought it was like, oh, I got some Beats. Jake's crushing it, man.
Oh,
Trimmed
no.
up the trimmed up the hair, man. Got the beard trimmed up too.
Yeah.
Cleaned up to go see the girl. Nice. What you guys got planned going on? You gonna just hang out this weekend, and have some fun?
Um, Probably go thrift shopping. I'm gonna cook, so we're gonna go to Sam's Club and get her some groceries.
Nice.
I'm gonna cook her some meatloafs, beef stew. She wants chicken and noodles, so I'm gonna try. Never done it. We'll see how that turns out. Um,
Nice.
we kind of are like a day behind though because of me being at the airport all day yesterday. So that's kind of unfortunate. We're gonna try to make that up. And, I don't know, make her 2 meatloafs or something. I don't know. She could save one, take it to
There
work.
you go. You coming back Monday or Tuesday, or what are you doing?
Sunday morning, I'm
Oh,
coming
Sunday.
back. Yeah,
Yeah.
I would like to come back. I mean, I could technically come back Tuesday, but it's just,
Yeah, you don't want to. You want to be ready. You
oh
want to be
yeah.
loaded for bear.
Well, that and I don't even know if I'm supposed to talk about this, but we have a lot of potential candidates for morning show host coming down next week.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so there's going to be a lot of meetings next week, and I want to make sure that I've got my head in there so I can meet these guys. So,
Nice. Good stuff. Anything you feel excited about? Just you and me talking.
um, we'll
We'll
see.
see how it
I have a
happens.
pick in mind. I have the person that I like, but it's not my choice, you
Yeah.
know. But I am trying to be like, hey, I have to wake up with them every morning. Can we please not, you know? I know my opinion doesn't necessarily matter, but I would like to be able to work with someone that I can create good content with. So,
Absolutely. Yeah.
and
Makes it important.
ultimately, it's not going to be what it was. Like, there's going to have to be a restructuring of the whole show. Um, Maybe not like the show itself, but just some of the content. It's
Yeah.
going to change.
Well, you got to
So,
change it up. It's going to be different. But it's good to have a little difference there. I think Trey has his routine, and Drew had his, but you're definitely you put your 2 cents in there, buddy, because you're a big part of the show. So people like you.
I try.
That's important. That's important. People like you there. So you see, he's busy on his phone. He's ready to get.
I don't
So
understand that email. It seems very urgent, and I don't get it. So I'll have to read into that later. Uh,
yeah, so that's fun. But just to remind folks, we've got an open house coming up here 8th, 9th, and 10th of November. So that's 8th, 9th, and 10th. That's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Come on out. We'll have a couple of boats here on display. We'll have some stuff here to take a look at and see what's going on. But that'll be a good opportunity for you to come out and see what we do here at Baywater. We'll have the whole crew here, so come on down, see it. It's definitely the easy way to get out on the water and just enjoy boating. If you're thinking about buying a boat or you have a boat and just tired of dealing with the maintenance, come join Baywater. It's a great opportunity. We've got a bunch of new boats coming into the club. We updated a bunch of deck boats last year, a bunch of pontoons the year before. So we got a couple new fishing skiffs coming in, Pathfinders, 22-footers, really nice boats, power poles, 10-foot power poles, GPS, trolling motors, stereos, definitely nice boats. We're excited to have them in the club. Our fishermen are really excited about that too. And then the week after that, we'll be at the Fort Myers Boat Show downtown. So we'll be there in the building on display. So come by. I'll probably be there too, along with Jake. A few of us will be out there seeing what's going on. So if you're interested in joining the club there, we'll get you taken care of. But Jake and I will be there. I think it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday for the Fort Myers Boat Show. That's downtown at the event center, right there at the Luminary.
Nice.
So we'll be out there. Come out there and see Jake and I.
One more time on the date.
For the boat show, for the open house is 8th, 9th, and 10th. And I believe the boat show is the following week. I'll have to double check exactly when that is there.
I'm going to look at it real quick.
Looking here at the computer real quick and see. Should have had these dates ready to go, right? That makes sense. But it's always a good time up there.
It says at Centennial Park?
Yep, Centennial Park, yeah.
November 14th through the 17th.
Okay, so yes, the following, there we go. It's the following week, so that's good.
I'll be in Ohio the 14th through the 17th.
Well, we're going to have to adjust that, man. So, well, it looks like I'll just be there.
Well,
so we'll figure that out. So that's a good little event there down in downtown. So come on down and see us. We'll get you taken care of, get you in the boat club, and definitely you can see the difference of boats and how much it is. Election will be over by then, and we'll be ready to rock and roll and get out on the water. And maybe we'll have Jake there, maybe not. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see. He's looking at his Breeze Airlines right now, Allegiant. Check it out. It's like, hey, but bring the missus down here. Have them come down to Florida. Come over to the boat show, hang out. So
maybe.
But no, we've got a lot of good things going on here. We're redoing the office after the storm. We got about 18 inches of water in our office here at the marina. So we just had it redone for Ian. So we're doing it all over again. So folks, we're taking it out. We're just gonna do cement board. Okay, we're not dealing with it anymore. So we're gonna put some cement boards, some paint in there, and we'll be good to go. No insulation, and we'll be ready. If the water comes up again, we'll just hose it out and go back out there. But we're watching the tropics too. We see a little something out there, which is kind of your boy Jake, Marlock, was it? Yeah.
Zach Marlock. Zach Marlock.
Zach Marlock. I was messaging him on Facebook a couple weeks ago. I think I told him, hey, I think you and I have a mutual friend. Because, yeah, we got a couple. It's like, oh, yeah, Lindsay's about, yeah. So, now, is his fiance or is that his wife?
That's his wife.
Is she a newscaster too?
She, I believe, was.
Was? Okay. I thought so.
She's in the industry.
NBC
I don't know.
2 or something like that, or
maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know her per se. So.
Yeah. So. But yeah, we're talking. I was reading his captions this morning about this potential storm. Looks pretty weak. It doesn't look mostly a rainmaker. When I was watching Mike's weather page too, which they're both good guys. Zach's a professional meteorologist. At the school. Mike's weather page, great guy, but he's been pretty spot on with everything. So I do listen to him, even though he didn't go to school for it, but he knows about what he's talking about, and he's had a lot of experience. And hey, sometimes you can't, just gift it. People know about storms, and so we'll see. We'll see what happens. But I'm not looking forward to that. I don't think we need to go out there and deal with that again. So hopefully it just goes away, and we'll be good to go. But so then we did a nice little tour around the district last week. A couple of weeks ago, we talked about Boca Grande got a ton of water. 4 feet up there. During Ian, they didn't get any water. They just got wind. So it wasn't bad, which was crazy. Go to think about it. Like Mucky Duck, which is a great place in North Captiva, didn't get any water from Ian, but from this one, it pretty much wiped them out pretty hard. So it's unfortunate. It's very unfortunate, actually. So, we'll be out there helping them out, trying to get back open and get ready for season as best we can. But we're just everybody's taking it on the chin. We've talked about all up and down the coast here, all the way from Tampa south. So I mean, folks, if you live in a single family home, that's single level, ground floor, you need to do something different, move it up or do something a little bit different. Because I tell you what, man, it's raise it up. Like my house is on stilts and it's a 68 stilt house, been there for a lot of years, right? But yeah, it's the water came up for Ian, it's come up for Wilma, came up for all of them,
Have you thought about raising it up a foot or two?
No, I mean Ian, it went all the way up to the top. I mean that was just
Because it would be a little bit easier. I mean, to
yeah.
raise
I
your
don't think it
house
would be
up.
that hard for me to do, because I'm already elevated. I mean, but we'll see. I was talking to a few people. That costs $150,000-$200,000 to do that, to raise houses. I think some are less, some are more. I think at the state level, we're going to come up with some help to help out some folks to see if they can
Do
do
some
that.
grants or something, yeah.
Yeah. FEMA does something right now. There's only so much time, but I mean, I was at a buddy's place over in Jackson up in North Bonita. Oh, there goes the cops again, man. They sit right here at our marina, like down by Bernardino Cola, so it's low out there. They'll sit there,
Mm-hmm.
and I hear him fly over the bridge like 7 times a day, man. It's like they've been here for 7 months, and people still flying over this road. I'm like, damn. At least usually they stick around for like a couple of weeks, then they move.
Mm-hmm.
But they're getting everybody coming over that bridge. They get to that like 7-Eleven, they just juice it. You know, I mean, I got a ticket there a long time ago.
It's
When I
the
was a
same thing
kid.
with my bridges. The what is it? The Edison Bridge I take home from work every day. It's the same thing.
Yeah,
They're either there or they're not, but most of the
yeah,
time they're there.
they're there, and you see them going on like we've been like to all our employees, be careful, watch out. But I remember when I was a kid, I had like a nice Mustang when I was a kid, and I was at the light, and I went there and I was doing like 30. So I just got on it, because I was just gonna throw it in fourth and just pop the clutch and let it, rev up and just put it in coast. He goes, "You went from 30 to 70 in 50 feet." I go, "Oh, sir, sorry, it's a powerful car. I was just going in there to my property here." Da, da, da. It's
It
like,
was
yeah.
riding rough. I was trying to clean her out.
He
Yeah,
goes,
come
"Yeah,
on,
here's your
man.
ticket, sir." Like, damn. But hey, it happens. They just you gotta get them every once in a while. Like I didn't get any tickets until I was like 22, and all of a sudden I got like 7. I was like, whoa, okay, time to slow down. I'm not an attorney to fight with them too on the road. A buddy of mine's like, just give me the ticket. Just give me the ticket. I want to go against you in the court. And the cop's like, okay, you have a good day. It's like, yeah, it's fine. Like he wasn't gonna play with it. Just give me the ticket. Just give me the ticket. Like, damn, that's different. So, but yeah, so that's good. How's the weather up there, Jake? Is it cool? Is it
It's a little
warm?
chilly. I do have a jacket on
Mm-hmm.
for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
She's loving it. Everybody else seems like they're having a blast. I'm
Oh
freezing.
yeah, get to wear the boots and the cute little outfits and the sweaters and
Yeah, pumpkin
hmm
spice.
Yeah, yes, pumpkin spice. Oh my God, it's pumpkin season. Like okay, I mean,
It's cool. It was just this year that I found out pumpkin pie was actually pumpkins. So
yeah.
I'm not the
hmm
brightest, apparently.
But yeah, they like they love that season, man. That's all about it. So, but no, we're getting a little cooler down here. We're getting some nice days, some good sunsets. Red tide. We want to talk about red tide. From the hurricane that blew through, there's some stuff around Tampa right now. There's some stuff off Fort Myers, but it's quite a ways out. So hopefully it stays out there. Anytime you have that lot of rain coming in, a lot of stuff coming off Tampa Bay, a lot of runoff, that affects it, stirs up the Gulf, gets that tide boom going. But luckily, we're not releasing any water down to Caloosahatchee right now, so that's not just adding to the bloom. So that's a good thing there. Thank you to the Army Corps for working that out and working with us here along the coast to make sure that we don't have that issue. We've been pretty lucky in the last few years, and hopefully we'll keep going that way because we don't need that right now. After the hurricanes and everything else, we just don't need businesses don't need something else. And we're working with the state too. As you know, I'm elected. Hopefully, I win the election on Tuesday. We'll see what happens. Make sure you vote for me. But we're working with that, trying to see what we can do from the state level right now. There's a $50,000 loan you can get, 0 interest for business, trying to help out the businesses get back open. I think it's entirely too small. Should be about 150 or 200,000, and then spread over a couple of years. So we're working with the Department of Commerce and emergency DEM, Department of Emergency Management, to see if we can extend that and make it bigger for these restaurants to get back, because they're the ones that are really taking it. You get a restaurant that's on the water, they don't live there, so you don't have to build it up. This is just a restaurant. So, if you can get your employees back in there to help clean it out, get going again, that's great. That I know that would have helped Coconut Jacks. I know that would have helped, Green Flash, all the restaurants, around here that took a lot of water to get that grant, that loan, to get back in there and get back open quicker. I mean, Fort Myers Beach, there's a lot of people that could have used that. But yeah, so a lot of good stuff. Seen Fort Myers Beach. Some people had some issues that the city, I guess, first round allowed the 17-story building coming in there with Seagate. I know Seagate is a good company, but there's some people surprised, like always. But we'll see what the city comes up with. Yeah, can talk. Comes up with, and we'll go from there. But it's nice to see stuff start to come back, start to rebuild. We need to start moving forward in a smart way, obviously. You can't have Fort Lauderdale for sure, but we just need to have some stuff getting built. Thank God for Margaritaville out there, Jake, because if it wouldn't have been for that, there'd be nothing on Fort Myers Beach. Nothing at all. So, but have you been there yet?
I have not, but I need to go.
No. Yeah, we need to go check it out. They got good margaritas too. It's not bad. So, was out there a couple of weeks ago with Senator Martin. We stopped by and had a few cocktails and just discussed a few things out there. Seeing the growth, it's pretty good. It's a nice little joint. So they do a good job over there. But Fort Myers Beach is always going to have some interesting stuff. People don't like change. Unfortunate, some things there, and it's Facebook. It's just, we talk about social media a lot, but man, it's just such a toxic thing at times. It's just the stuff that comes on there and people see, you're just like, ooh, buddy.
Everybody's a news outlet now.
Oh yeah, there's no news outlet. Everybody just
everybody breaks news now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, breaking news. You click here, so it's unfortunate, but yeah. So we're having fun over here at Baywater. We've got daily rentals too. We've got a special Monday through Friday, $50 off the full day. So $50 more to go for a full day versus a half day. Definitely worth it. Show up, take the boat out, go to lunch, go out there, have a good time out there. We've got pontoons and deck boats. And so $350 for the half day, $450 for the full day for the pontoon, and $450 and $550 for the deck boat. Takes up to 10 people. There's about 12 restaurants to go to, 3 beaches. Really nice to go out there and just have some fun. Take the family out. Show up anytime you want. You do the full day, take it till 4:30. Boats have to be back by 4:30. We have multi-day reservations with the rental boats. If you have a dock you want to keep it at, if you want to join a club, you can come over to the rentals, and we do daily rentals. We'll show you what to do, where to go. We'll get the boat prepared for you, ready to go. Coolers in there and everything like that, and go out there and have some fun. So it's definitely a nice option for you. So if you're looking for that over Christmas, we have that available. As we're getting closer, before you know it, it's Christmas season, right? We got pumpkin spice, and next thing you know, Santa Claus, old jolly Saint Nick will be here. I've seen an interesting thing. It was kind of interesting that Coca-Cola had something to do with Santa Claus. You see that? Have you ever seen that, Jake?
I have not.
Yeah, so I guess Santa Claus, Easter used to be more popular than Christmas, because, Easter is when he was born, and Christmas was, I don't know,
Easter's the resurrection. 3 days after, right? The 3 days after, and then Christmas is his birthday.
Okay.
The day he was born in Bethlehem.
The day he was born in Bethlehem. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Then gotta catch up on my Bible studies for sure. But it was kind of interesting. It said Coca-Cola wasn't really selling Coke in the wintertime. It was more like a refreshing summertime. So they put Santa Claus. That's why you see Santa Claus on the Coke cans. And as you can see, it's the same red Coke color as Coke, and then the cheeks and stuff. It was pretty, it was a marketing deal, and they really pushed it. And that's why Christmas has kind of gone, more that way. So that was interesting. I don't know. I'll send you the link. It's a very conspiracy theory, but it's just kind of interesting why there's Santa Claus and all that. And they took a couple things, because there was a guy who could dislocate his shoulders and go down the chimney, because he was a thief. He would jump into the chimneys, and he would shimmy down the chimney, and so it's like, oh, that's interesting. So, like, oh, fun. So now I'm going down the rabbit hole.
Nah,
But,
it's cool.
so
You just
usually Jake's the one that does it.
well, you
So
triggered me with the conspiracy theory word, and I started thinking about the De Beers and diamonds are forever, and how grossly they are overpriced compared to their rarity, because they're not very rare.
looking at diamonds, huh, buddy?
No.
No, but yes,
I would never
definitely,
propose with a diamond.
it's definitely, it's definitely, demand, right? Need and demand. So it's definitely, it's controlled by De Beers, and they control the whole market, and
Yeah,
yeah,
it's the truth.
it's, it's pretty interesting, pretty wild how that works. I
I
mean,
mean, diamonds are pretty cool, but they're not that cool. Sorry.
hey, it's something different to invest money in.
What
they
about like a
appreciate it.
meteorite? That's rare.
Yeah,
That would
yeah,
be a cool ring.
yeah. That's true. Let's see what happens. I remember when I was a kid, I think I've seen one like fall in front of me, but you never, just like there's something small, obviously.
Most of the time they burn up before they even get in.
But it was
So
just something there. It's like, wow, that's interesting. You can see that, just normal rock just sitting there. There's some big ones, I'm sure. Start cutting them open and see what's in them. It's probably different.
oh, or you can
Let's
get one of the
see it.
ones from Joe Dirt. Remember that one?
It was, look at that peanut right there.
That
It was a
peanut.
frozen.
He was eating off of
Frozen.
it, had the ketchup and the French fries, and he was just dipping it in there. Oh,
Yeah, a
sorry,
little
everybody.
different. Well, I am a carny at times, so that is kind of funny. For chasing back to my roots there. I never worked the penny toss game though. So, but that was definitely a good movie.
Great
That
movie.
was a great movie. It's,
Second one was
yeah,
awful, but the first one was great.
first one. Did it have? Wasn't Kid Rock in that one?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's like kind of reminds me of you a little bit.
he was
Get
the bad
long
guy.
hair.
Oh, Bobby.
Yeah. Get the wife beater on there. It's never trying to.
I
look
don't
up,
own one. We've talked about this. I can't be caught dead in one of those.
Yeah, just
Sorry.
a white undershirt. My grandfather used to wear them, underneath as an undershirt.
Yeah.
But,
To help with suspenders. That was the whole idea, is to keep the suspenders from digging in your skin. You would wear that underneath your suspenders. Because in my opinion, suspenders are way more classy. Because
that's all I wear in Tallahassee.
when you wear a suit, your belt kind of cuts you in half. But if you wear suspenders, it's like a uniform rather than two pieces put together. That's my opinion. I don't own
I wear
suspenders, but it would be something I would probably own.
Yeah, I got suspenders, quite a few actually. I think I'll take them over there. Get ready for session again. Huh? Interesting. Time to go see my buddy over there. Ron, what's going on? But we got to get you over there too. We talked about that a while ago. So.
Yeah, I've been trying to for quite some time.
Yeah, well, we don't hang out much. We see each other every week, but
You live
realistically,
far.
well, that's what happens. A lot of people are like, "Oh, you're in Fort Myers." Like, no, I'm a good 45 minutes to the south.
He's in the heart of Bonita Springs.
Yeah, it's like
The heart.
closer to Naples.
It takes me forever to get down. And I hate saying this because I don't want to deter traffic, but Beach Road is terrible sometimes, man. Sorry.
Good. Well, we're working on
It's
trying
rough.
to figure that out too. We're trying to figure that out. Clean it up a little bit. That quadrant playing a little bit sooner than their top.
Just
protected.
no more divergent diamonds for. Please. Is that what you're
Oh,
gonna do?
you don't like the version diamonds at all?
I don't know why we don't just have roundabouts. Like, that's the one thing the Europeans got right, guys. The roundabouts work. They're quick. They relieve traffic in stressful areas, and you don't need the stupid lights because it's like most people stop over the line, so they're not properly even registering for the box because those cameras you see at the top, those aren't to take pictures of you when you speed by. Those are to analyze where the car is in the lane to determine who gets to go next. So if you go past that line, you're not being read by that light or the weights. It's just a whole thing. There was one time I'm sitting in a turning lane to turn on 75. 3 light cycles. We all ran the red light. We all did. Because it's like, when do we get to go? And it was because
Yeah.
the guy in the very, very front was just too far past the line for that camera to see him or something. And he was blocking everybody else. So it was just the technology was confused, and which that wouldn't work anyway. A roundabout would not work to get on the 75. That's terrifying to even think about.
Mm.
But, I mean, if only people knew how to drive. And
What
use
do you
your
want at
blinker.
Virginia Beach roundabout? Oh my gosh, it would take a good 5-10 years for everybody to adjust.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever taken the there's a couple of them like this now, but I think the first one was off of Palm Beach when you're taking 75, right? 141, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And getting on, like coming from LaBelle area off of Palm Beach Road to get on 75 is extremely scary looking, right? Because you pull up and it like cuts in half and it does all
Uh-huh.
this weird stuff and you get confused pretty quickly. And if you don't know where you're going, you're getting on 75. Like, pretty much.
That's true, but no, like it loads up a bunch of cars and it lets them
Yeah.
go at once, and
But it
it's
works. Once you understand it, it works well. But,
yeah, you just got to get used to it.
yeah.
I know in Bonita we have a couple roundabouts, and I was adamantly against it. We don't need, that's not, and use the light. I tell you what, once you did it, a couple times, and it's pretty tight. It should be a little bit bigger, but it is pretty good in downtown Bonita. Like I barely let off the gas, most of the time.
That's
Now
my
you kind
only
of come
complaint.
through,
Is
you know.
it does feel a little bit like I'm a race car driver. A little too much.
Yeah, yeah, you got to. It's a little tough. You got to kind of like go, whoa, whoa, whoa. You need to get moving. Get moving there.
Which I'm
Figure it
cool
out.
with. I'll wear a
Hmm.
race car helmet, but a race car driver helmet, but I just
Well, in Bonita, it's too stuff. You've got a lot of bikes too. If they're on the road, and you're not looking for them, they kind of cut like right in the middle, like whoa, 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 whoa. That's not good. That's not good. No scary. No scary. That's so we're trying to work on some bike paths too. We're
yeah,
talking about that. At
bikes
Bonita
work
Syrup.
in Bonita though. In like downtown Fort Myers. And in certain
Uh-huh.
places they work. But in other places you just better off being safe. Like 82, don't be caught dead on 82 with a two-wheel pedal bike, please.
That's why in Bonita, they're talking about the rails to trails thing. So the old Seminole Railroad that goes from Fort Myers down to Naples. There's actually there's a contract right now between the Trust for Public Lands and the rail company and some cities, and we're hoping to get counties involved. So that'll be good, to purchase that land. It's, I think some 82 acres along, or it might be more, 182 acres, and actually build a rails to trails there, actually put a nice trail system in there. So you can actually take a bike you know, from San Carlos Park all the way to Naples. Keeps people off the roads, keeps the bikes off the roads. They actually have their own bike trail. It's pretty cool. So that's, they got a big bike trail up in Sarasota. A lot of people use it. I think it'll be a nice addition. Definitely be good for downtown Bonita, Estero, and North Naples. So we'll see where that materializes. See, that'll be a nice addition for people in Bonita, Estero, and all our districts. So just got to get the county involved. We got the cities involved right now, but we're working on getting there. So slowly but surely.
What about the
We'll
Florida
get,
Trail? The trail that you guys were converting. I thought we were going to take that old railroad track and convert that into a walking path all the way up to Tampa.
yeah, yeah, they're doing that. So
Okay.
that's part of it. There's a couple of them. They've got a couple more. They got some that are coming out east, and no, it's definitely the big way to go. A lot of people are popular with them.
Because that will
They're
be
getting
a trading route if the world ever shuts down. Just so everyone knows. It's a secret.
Do you own a Faraday cage there, Jake? That's what I want to know.
What is that? I don't know what that is.
They with like the copper cage, so no electronics can come in. There's an EMP. You get
I'm tainted.
the brass blanket you lay across stuff, so it can't, no reception can get through there or something like that.
No, I've had dreams about this kind of stuff, man. And when it happens, it happens. There's no saving technology, and everything will become worthless. So, because with no power, electronics are worthless.
Okay.
So, and if an EMP knocks out the power source, you'll be fighting for gas for the rest of your life at that point if we never get power back.
Yeah.
So, the idea that I would have a cage that would keep my electronics from being broken when I wouldn't be able to use them anyway, it's just It seems like a lot of effort, and instead you should stack ammunition and MREs and learn how to grow your own food, learn how to extract water from rain, which is pretty easy. Put a bucket outside when it rains. You're pretty good, you know.
Well, Jake is going what's his the Angry Leprechaun's going to be excited about this. He'll be happy to listen. He's got a busy week up in Tallahassee, but he always loves it. He goes, man, Jake's on fire. He's going. Oh,
I
he's on
get
fire.
I get crazy sometimes, but no, like seriously, like I've learned how to do bread, which I've butchered many times, but I feel like everything else I could do. If I had a cow, I could figure out milk, and because butter is easy and cheese is just bad milk, so it's really not that complicated.
Yeah,
I feel like
my grandfather had we had a lot of fuel delivery coming in, so if you hear that, that's what's going on. My grandfather, we had some dairy cows, my dad's dad, and he made cheese and he made cream and stuff like that when I was a kid. Then he made wine too, so he did it all. So
wine is actually pretty impressive, and it's not that difficult to make. It's difficult
no,
to perfect.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Same thing with
and a
pizza.
little bubbling thing up there. You put the yeast in there and it kind of
Yeah.
ferments. And
Scary.
it's a little different. You're like, oh, that was pretty sour.
Because even like the yeast with bread, you can't introduce it. You can't touch the water, or like they make it seem like on the packet that it's going to explode. You're going to have a bread bomb in your oven, which I don't know how that works. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because I've been using the bread maker. Bought it at the thrift store for like $20. It was brand new,
Yeah.
and I don't dislike it, but the texture of the bread is very much cakey. It's like a cake.
Pretty
And
thick.
yeah, and I gotta figure out how to thin that out. And then I was talking
Your bread
to,
dough's got to be sticky, really sticky.
that's the thing. I don't make the dough. I just pour a bunch of stuff into this thing, and then in an hour, there's a bread in there.
Oh, so it's got
So
the mixer and the auger and everything
yeah,
in
so
there.
it's got everything on the inside. And I kind of regretting not buying the really nice mixer that was at the thrift store next to it, because then I could have made pizza dough, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm one step at a time. I used to work at Little Caesars, so I'm not, which don't get me, listen, Little Caesars isn't the best pizza in the world, but I learned how to make dough.
Pizza.
And I learned how to burn myself with ovens. I still have scars
Yes.
from working at Little
Yes.
Caesars, so.
Yes. I can only imagine.
It was back when they sold pizzas for $5, the $5 hot and ready. So you can imagine we were selling hundreds of pizzas a day.
Mm-hmm.
It was
They all worked
crazy.
on, volume. It's not much cheese to that.
I
But
mean,
yeah.
you could just skip the dough and stuff and pour the cheese and toppings on top of the cardboard box you put the pizza in, and just let
Yeah.
people cut a pizza out of that, because it's basically the same thing. I mean, it really ain't far off. So they might
Where
not
was
even
this?
tell the
Was
difference.
this in Ohio that you did this, or was this Alabama?
Alabama, Jasper, Alabama. I had to drive to Birmingham to do an orientation in a beat up 1994 Jeep Grand Cherokee, right? It had
like them
holes in
Jeeps.
it. Yeah, low. But as I was driving up there, the muffler fell off. So it got real loud driving through Birmingham or Montgomery. I can't remember. Super loud.
This Ricky Bobby coming here.
Dude, I looked awful. I went in there, and they gave me the job. I went back, and I didn't even really make pizza. I just did dishes and flipped signs.
Flip signs?
I was a sign dancer. In the front,
You're a
like,
sign
the
dancer?
guy with the sign, flipping it, pointing
I
at
can
it.
see it.
Oh, man, I
can
was
see
killing it.
I can see it.
I was,
Nice.
I was kind of famous in Jasper, Alabama. I was one of the best sign dancers out there, man.
Some tall, lanky kid out there with pizza.
Yeah, I was
Caesars.
spinning it. I had a little routine and stuff. It was cool.
Did a little Caesar's outfit too, little thing around there.
No, it's just a regular shirt. Because I remember there was a church across the street, and it had one of those digital clocks. It would tell you what time it was and the temperature. And there was one
Okay.
day it was like 109
It gets
degrees.
warm.
And I kept looking at it. And I'm out there sweating. And I went inside, and I asked him if I could take a break. And he's like, yeah, you can go wash some dishes. So I went and washed some dishes. And I was just like nauseous, didn't feel well. I was like, look, dude, I don't feel good. I don't want to wash these dishes. He's like, oh, I'm sorry, man. And I just left. Never went back. Just, like, I hated it. It was awful.
And that was the first day or the last day?
It wasn't long. I probably got paid a couple times.
There you go.
Yeah,
It's a little rough.
it's the honesty here, brother. It was hot.
Yeah. No, no. No. You gotta go through the process, man. Working pizza. We used to sell pizza. Just a little pizza tent. My daddy could flung the dough. Walmart flung the dough. Get it up and just touch it. Tap it out there. Little sauces. You know. I mean, pizza's popular in downtown Bonita. They love pizza.
Was it Grandpa's Pizza in
I've been
Bonita?
to Grandpa's Pizza. It was pretty good. It was
I've
on
never
that
been.
show. You know, it was
Portnoy,
on that
yeah.
pizza. Yeah. I went to it a couple times. It was pretty good. I didn't think it was that great, but when you have anything in your town for a while, you get like, it's okay.
Hmm.
But I'm a big fan of Jets Pizza. I like Jets. Jets is good. Papa John's is good too. No, don't like Papa John's.
Dude, you got Uncle Rico's off 41. It's the best slice of pizza that you'll ever get in Florida. Not Southwest Florida.
Really?
In Florida.
Where's this at?
It's right off 41 on the right. Uncle Rico's. What is it? It's right next to it's right before the mall.
Okay.
Man, I hate
So
it.
it's up there by Edison Mall?
Yeah, but it's before, like, going south on the
Yeah.
right. You'll miss it. You got to really look for it. Just look up Uncle Rico's Pizza. And then you got Grandma Penny's in the Cape, which they just moved. They closed down, which was really sad. And then they opened back up in another location. They're really good. You got Matthew's Pizza House in Cape. Unfortunately, he can't keep up with how good his pizza is, and he sells out a lot, which isn't a bad thing. I think he just produces really good pizza. I love pizza, but I don't eat it very often because it's expensive now. So
True. It's true.
if you're not spending $20 on a pie, it's probably not good.
Yeah. No, it's the $5, $5 pizza. But well, let's see if we can get you to work. A little side hustle there. We'll get through these shorts and stuff like that, make a couple more bucks, pay for those plane tickets, or actually to come down and hang out at the boat show. So, again, folks, coming up here, 8th, 9th, and 10th is our Baywater Boat Club open house right here at our property. So stop by, see us. We'll have some boats on display. Come out and talk to some members, see why joining Baywater is the best club around. Smart thing to do. Normal membership to get in the club is $79.99, so $8,000 to get in. That open house fee will be $1,000 off, and no dues for 6 months. So you get 6 months free dues. Great opportunity, great option to get out there on the water. We got pontoons, deck boats, center consoles, any kind of boat you want. We have here at Baywater. We got twin engines, we got offshore, inshore, cats, everything there. We also have the Fort Myers Boat Show. It's the 14th through the 17th. We talked about that, and it's going to be down at the Harborside Event Center. We'll be out there, too. Just stop by and see us there. And then we also we'll be here at the dock every day, so come on over and see us right here on Bonita Beach Road. We're at 5124 Bonita Beach Road, right on the right-hand side. We'll get you taken care of. We have daily rentals also. Baywater Boat Rentals is a separate fleet of boats. We have pontoons and deck boats. So we got pretty much every kind of boating need you have. We got a fix for it. So we'll get you taken care of. Give us a call at 239-495-0455. That's 239-495-0455. Or look us up online, bwboatclub.com. That's bwboatclub.com. Yes, folks, so thanks for tuning in. We're coming to the end of the show here. Jake and I appreciate it. We're going to see how my mic works after this. We're going to have a little talk here to figure that out. But,
Crash course.
We appreciate you. Crash course. Jake, thank you very much for making time for me, buddy.
Always.
Give the girl a hug for me, and we'll see you when you get back in town. So until next week, folks, we'll be here every Saturday morning from 7 to 8 a.m. You can listen to Jake and I talk about pretty much anything, having some fun on the radio, cooking, mom's key lime pie, boats, politics. Make sure you vote. Let's get everything done. And that's it. Baywater, the exclusive boat club of Southwest Florida.
Beautiful.